Hello YouTubers, it's now Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. It's Tuesday, so I started on Friday night, so I had Saturday and Sunday to do a fair amount of work. Good few hours I put in, but there are a lot of figures to paint, and you really just cannot paint all that time solid. You have to have a break to eat, for one thing, and you know, sometimes you just have to have a break to do something else, so it hasn't been solid or continuous all that time, but I've got a fair amount done, so I was just going to show you that. But first, after Diamede F16 has tripped to the fabric shop, Grace Brothers, or wherever it is he goes, I said I was going to show him something that he could get to save the embarrassment, and this is a Florabest durable artificial grass mat for balconies, patios, conservatories, or camping. Get her. And this is it, basically. As you can see, it looks like proper grass, and the size is, if we can just see there, it's 1 metre by 2 metres, so it's a nice size. And this I got from Lidl, and it would cost me the princely sum of £5. So seeing as it's so cheap, I got two, so I can make a decent sized battlefield from that. It does have these bits on the back, but when it's laid down or glued down, I don't think you're going to notice that at all. And because it's so cheap, you could cut bits of it anyway. You know, it doesn't have to stay as the full 2 metres. So there you go. So that's it. £5. Check out your local branches of Lidl. It's not in there all the time, but they keep repeating these things. They keep having their little deals in there. And for £5 for that amount of grass, you can't really argue with it, can you? Okay, so that was what I promised to show you. So now what I'm going to just do is a little update on how I've been getting on with these Hussars. Okay, so hang on. I'm holding this by hand, so there might be some wobbling, which always makes you a bit dizzy. Okay, so this is where I've got to with these now. As you can see, I still haven't done the swords. That was going to be what I was going to do this evening. So yeah, however, if you look closely, have I done him? Yes, I have done him. Let's find one that looks decent. And if I can get some light on him, it would help. Okay, as you can see, I've actually started, well, finished actually, doing the belts. So that's a yellow and crimson combination there, which is the same as these guys. So basically I've tried to copy that belt design. Let me just get this fella here. So yeah, and I've done the same on this dude, and finally got, actually it looks a bit more, got to do some black around the bottom there, fill in that gap, but once that's done that'll stand out a lot more. And I've started on his, well, done the first coat on the red on the chapeau. So yeah, there's a little bit more to do on there. Paint a moustache on him. Filling that a little bit of black. I also got a bit fed up with these. Here's one of the originals. The flags on these guys. Some haven't come out properly moulded, like on this one, which is a bit naff. This was one of my original test models, so I could finish him off if I need to, but seeing as I didn't like the flags, I thought, oh, why don't I just do some of my own, because they're not meant to be like they are on the FX set anyway, they're meant to be like these. So he's got a proper flag, and if I take you to this guy's the FX officer, so I just need to do the sword on him, pick out the buttons and make him a bit dirtier rather than being parade ground white, and then he's done. And okay, so over to the infamous command set. So I've done the belt on these three as well, and he's got a nice little flag to go with it as well, which I think is a much better idea than the original flags you get. So if I just put those two together, so we got, get that red out the way, laddie. Yeah. Okay, so that's the two guys I've done so far. I think that's a much better job than what it looks like. Okay. Just bringing over to the FX guys, I've just about finished the officer's horse. I didn't like the fact that it was black, so I've made it brown instead, and did some of the saddle work. I think I needed another coat of red on the saddle, and a wash over the blanket as well on the back there. And I'm very near completing these guys. I've just got to do the gun barrels and the bayonets and rough them up a bit with a wash on some of them. I've just finished putting on the gold detail on the hats. I'll just turn a couple around. Where's he got? There he is. So yeah, they're FX, you know, what do you expect? They're not the world's greatest figures, but I think I've made an okay job on them so far. They will of course look a bit better when they're based, so I shall be doing that soon. I've started basing finished ones up here, and these are the horses that I've done so far for the Hussars, so they're just about finished. I've got to do the blankets on the back of the horses, and these are the ones I did using Blucher's fantastic technique of painting the horses bright red first and then gradually putting 2, 3, I think I might have done as many as 4 very thin brown washes on those, and painted the manes and hair black and the livery in black. But I think they look quite alright, to be honest. They look horsey to me. That's got a bit of red on the top there that needs to be touching up, but and of course when they're varnished they won't be quite so shiny either. They'll dullen up a bit, but it's picked out the musculature on there. Just have to do the hooves as well, which again will, every little thing that you do on these figures just brings out just that little bit more detail. So yeah, I've got to do that. These guys I've got to finish basing up. So I've got a few of the FX guys now, of course, going on to bases. So as I'm doing that, I'm getting more and more room down here, which is great because it means I've got a bit more space to work in, instead of just seeing masses and masses of figures to go. So I should get these lot finished fairly soon, and that'll be nice to finally get rid of that lot off the bench, and then I can concentrate on finish these lot. The Hussars are just about done really. It's just the facial hair I've got to do on those, and I might put a stripe down the side of the trousers as well. I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, I think I'll have to do that. Probably red. Yeah, I think red would stand out, so I might have to do a nice crimson stripe down the side there. Okay, there you go. So I'll just stick that up, and if I get some more, well, I should be getting some more done in the next couple of days before the wife and kids get back, otherwise I'll have missed a big opportunity there. So I shall be doing some more, and hopefully there'll be more up here and less down here. Okay, see you later guys.